Welcome to Classic Storytime Hub. Tonight, we bring you a chilling tale, A Mother of Monsters by Guy de Maupassant. This is not a simple retelling, it is a reimagined narration, carefully reshaped to heighten suspense and atmosphere, so you experience the horror in a fresh, unforgettable way. I remembered that dreadful tale. An old story whispered long ago when, at a glittering seaside resort, I caught sight of a radiant young Parisienne. She was admired by all, graceful and adored, the very image of charm. Yet her presence stirred in me the memory of another woman, a woman of horror. Years earlier, a friend had invited me to his provincial town. He led me proudly through its landmarks, ruined castles, ancient churches, twisted trees that seemed to carry centuries in their bark. I admired them all until, with a sigh, he confessed there was nothing left to show. I thought our tour was over until his eyes lit with a strange excitement. "Oh, yes," he said suddenly, "we still have the Mother of Monsters. You must see her." The name struck me like a chill. "Who is she?" I asked. His reply was grim. "A demon in human form. She brings forth children not of flesh and innocence, but of deformity, hideous creatures sold to traveling showmen. 11 such horrors she has birthed, and each has made her richer. You think I exaggerate? No, my friend, it is the truth." Driven by curiosity and dread, we went to her home on the edge of town. To my surprise, the house was neat, almost charming, with a garden blooming in fragrant colors. It looked more like the retreat of a retired lawyer than the lair of a fiend. We were led inside, and then she appeared. A woman of 40, tall and broad, her features harsh yet strong, her body vigorous, the embodiment of peasant vitality, half beast, half woman. She knew her reputation well. She greeted us with a humility that carried the bitter taste of hatred. "What do the gentlemen desire?" she asked, her voice heavy with suspicion.
"They say your last child is different," my friend pressed, "that he looks ordinary. Is it true?" The woman's eyes flashed with malice, her voice trembling with fury. "No, no, sir. He is worse, uglier than the rest. Misfortune clings to me. Every child I bear is a curse. Tell me, how can heaven be so cruel to a woman left alone in this world?" Her words tumbled out in a rush, her gaze lowered like a hunted animal. That harsh guttural voice softened into a strange faltering whimper, an unnatural sound spilling from her towering frame, built for violence, not sorrow. It was the cry of a wolf forced into human speech. "We would like to see the child," my friend said calmly. She stiffened. For a moment I thought her cheeks flushed. Then in a louder tone she snapped, "What good would that do you?" "Why not show him?" my friend insisted. "You've shown him to others. You know the kind I mean." Her body jolted as if struck. Rage surged back into her voice. "So that is why you came, to mock me, because my children are beasts. You shall not see him. No, never. Leave me, leave me. Why do you all torment me so?" She advanced, hands planted on her hips, her voice a brutal roar. And then from the next room came a sound, not a cry, not a word, but a pitiful mewing, the broken lament of a mindless creature. The sound froze my blood. We stepped back, shaken. "Careful, devil," my friend warned, using the name the villagers had given her. "One day this will bring you ruin." She trembled, fists raised, her fury boiling over. "Begone! What trouble can come to me? Begone, you wretches!" She lunged, and we fled into the street, hearts heavy with dread. Outside, my friend turned to me. "Well, you've seen her. What do you think?" I drew a breath, still chilled to the bone. Tell me her story. Tell me how such a creature came to be."
We walked the long white road, the fields on either side shimmering like waves beneath the breeze. My friend's voice grew heavy as he began her tale. She was once nothing more than a farm servant, an honest girl, quiet, frugal, without scandal or admirer, but like so many she strayed. Shame consumed her, and when she found herself carrying a child, terror drove her to desperate measures. She fashioned a cruel corset of wood and rope, binding herself tighter each day, determined to hide her condition from every eye. What she concealed from the world, she inflicted upon the life inside her. The unborn was crushed, twisted, reshaped into something unnatural. Its head stretched to a grotesque point, eyes bulging as if forced from their sockets. Limbs grew long and crooked, fingers like spider claws, its body no larger than a nut. The child came into the world in an open field. The women who witnessed it fled screaming, and word spread that she had birthed a demon. From that day, the villagers named her the Devil. Cast out, she lived on charity, raising the creature she despised. Hatred burned in her, and only the priest's warning kept her from strangling it. Then came the showmen, wandering exploiters of human curiosities. They heard of the monster and demanded to see it. At first, she refused, ashamed, but when she realized its worth, her shame turned to bargaining. 500 francs they paid, and more each year, as if the deformity were their employee. Greed took root. She discovered that her misery could be profitable, and so she continued, deliberately, methodically, producing horrors one after another until her income rivaled that of the bourgeoisie. Some of her creatures were long and thin, others squat and crab-like. Some slithered like lizards. Many died, and she wept, not from love, but from the loss of profit. The law tried to intervene, yet with no proof they could do nothing, and so she continued, undisturbed, producing horrors. At present she has 11 living, her grotesque brood, earning her thousands of francs each year. Only one remains unsold, the one she refused to show us. But it will not stay hidden for long. Every showman in Europe knows her name, and they come knocking, eager to bid for her latest monstrosity. My friend fell silent. Disgust churned inside me, mingled with rage and regret. I thought of the chance I had once had to end her cruelty, and how I had let it slip away. Years passed. I had forgotten her story, until one day, at a fashionable seaside resort, I saw a vision of elegance, a charming Parisian, adored by men, radiant in her beauty. Later, walking the beach with the town physician, I noticed a nursemaid tending 3 children in the sand. A pair of tiny crutches lay nearby, stirring my sympathy. Then I saw them clearly. Each child was twisted, humpbacked, deformed. "Those," said the doctor quietly, "are the children of the lady you admired." Pity welled up in me. "Poor mother," I whispered, "how can she ever laugh?" The doctor's reply was cold. "Do not pity her. Pity the children. Their deformities are the price of her vanity. She bound herself in corsets, desperate to keep her figure, crushing the life within her. She knows the risk, yet she chooses beauty over motherhood, admirers over mercy." And in that moment I remembered the peasant woman, the devil,
who sold her monsters for gold. One birthed horrors for profit, the other for vanity, both in their own way mothers of monsters.
And thus the story ended. If you liked this journey into the worlds of classic literature, do not forget to support us by subscribing so we can tell you more. And hey, if there's a classic tale you'd love to hear told in this suspenseful style, drop its name in the comments below. Your suggestion might be our next chilling adventure.